Flashback, Episode 24, Being a Diamond Between Two Hard Places. Everyone from the Manhattan Penthouse team, Taylor, Katie, and myself, and from the Lilydale Compound team, Sarah and Bob, had returned to our Riverdale safe house in the Bronx in New York City of Dis. We needed to rest. It had been a major haul for everyone. Everyone needed to sleep before we debriefed and made new plans. Each of us had our own bedroom in the huge upscale Riverdale mansion in a ritzy, fancy area of the Bronx. I suggested that we all head to our rooms and meet in the morning to go over our next steps. Katie worried, "Are we sure that it's safe? I mean, we killed 2 people. And last time we killed 2 people that night in Athlone, remember? We returned to our hotel and we were kidnapped. And then we were almost sacrificed to the devil and our souls drained from us. Do you remember?" she stammered. She almost pleaded, "I don't want to be alone." I comforted Katie. "I'll bring a pile of blankets, like you did in Athlone, remember? And I'll make a human doggy bed blanket pile, like you did. I'll bring my pillow and blankets and I'll sleep in the room with you, but on the floor." I asked, "Is that okay? And would it be good for you? Will it make you feel better?" Katie smiled. "Yes, I would feel a lot better. Yes, please. I feel bad for you being on the floor, but I really do appreciate it a lot." I have to admit that it felt good to be there for Katie. I am glad that I could comfort her when she was so struggling. She has been through a lot in her adventures with me. She has been a stalwart and has proven invaluable, and perhaps she has been and remains our true moral compass. With that, I collected my blankets, pillows, and a bedsheet, and I slept on my makeshift human doggy bed blanket pile at the foot of Katie's bed, between her bed and the bedroom door. Although I think Katie was letting her fear sway her perspective in being afraid to sleep alone in her own room, she was not wrong. We had been kidnapped in Athlone, and we were nearly sacrificed to the devil, and our souls nearly drained, and we would have very much been dead. And so I slept in Katie's room with my Glock pistol and my celestial dagger under the blankets near my pillow. We were armed and we were aware. We would not again be so easily kidnapped like we were in Athlone. Katie walked over to me, to my surprise, and she kneeled down next to me. She said softly, in a whisper, "Thank you." She leaned down and gave me a gentle kiss on my forehead. Katie smiled and she stroked her hand from my forehead over my scalp to the rear of my head, disheveling my hair, albeit short hair, as she did. She said, "It's hard for all of us. I can only imagine the weight on your shoulders, on your heart, on your soul. I can only imagine how much harder it must be for you to be you. Don't give up," she assured. Katie whispered, "Thank you for all of us. You didn't have to take all of this on, but you did." She looked seriously into my eyes. "Without you, I could have lived my life ignorant of the real battle for humanity that is going on all around us." Katie said, "Without you, Richard, I would have never seen an angel. I would have never been blessed as heaven's truth bearer. I would have never been part of saving the world. Richard, without you, I would have never been part of saving everyone from being DNA edited into mindless slaves, automatons, or controlled with brain implants." She looked gravely and whispered with clear lamentation, "Richard, without you, I doubt." She paused, and then she repeated, "Without you, Richard, I doubt that I would have broken into places. I doubt that I would have stolen property. I doubt that I would have killed anyone. I doubt that I would have been party to mass murder. Katie's eyes were deep, and she looked into my eyes, soul-penetratingly, and she said, "Richard, we have perpetrated so much badness to achieve so much goodness." She paused, she sighed, and she continued, Someone needs to fight for justice and for goodness." Katie said passionately, "Someone has to fight for God and for righteousness." She sighed, "And with the world becoming this awful, this sad, terrible place, well then, the wrong people must be fighting. So they are doing that, or they're fighting the wrong things." She declared, "That's why, Richard, we all, everyone, we need you." Katie repeated, "We all need you, Richard." Katie, so emotional, leaned closer yet to me. "Richard, I know that I struggle. It's because I only want to do what's good and what's right. I get a little paralyzed, worrying if I'm doing the right thing sometimes." Katie added, "But I know if I did nothing or stood by and watched, then that lets evil do what it wants itself anyway, and it lets evil consume, devour, and dominate good and innocent people." Katie declared in her whispers, "I can't stand by and do nothing. I can't watch as evil threatens humanity's existence. I cannot be idle while the devil threatens everyone's souls and even their afterlife." Katie closed, saying, you give us all a way to see, a way to fight against the evil that threatens us and the world. You give us a path." Katie stood, returned to her bed to go to sleep, and she said, "You have given me a way to fight and make a difference. Thank you." I smiled at Katie, and I said, "Thank you too, Katie. You and I, all of us, we can all be rocks between hard places, but all the pressure and the strain on us will make us come out stronger as beautifully formed, super strong diamonds for God."